What's going on, hockey fans, Caps fans, Carolina Hurricanes fans, and the Hockey Podcast Network fans? It's me, the Hockey Troll, and I am here to walk you through what will surely be an incredible matchup between the Carolina Hurricanes and the Washington Capitals at Washington, who have been really bad at home. So, before anything even gets started, as a Caps fan myself, at Hockey Trollin, at Caps Chirp is the show that I host on the Hockey Podcast Network. I'm going to pour myself a drink. I hope you guys do too. I think we've also got some other streaming going on. Ish and Dylan, the founders and creators of the Hockey Podcast Network, are doing Vancouver and the New York Islanders. That's going to be a fucking snoozer of a game. This game, though, that we're going to be covering tonight, or that I'm covering, is going to be way better. So just saying. Right now, just looking at who's injured and who's not, it looks like Carl Hagelin, who suffered a considerably bad eye injury in practice, will be out. Tony DeAngelo for the Carolina Hurricanes. Obviously, no one gives a shit about that except for the Hurricanes and their fans. Joe Snively for the Washington Capitals, and I don't even know. Smith? Is that Brennan Smith? I'm not sure. Questionable, Ilya Samsonov and Justin Schultz for the Washington Capitals. So the ambulance wagon continues to run its way through DC. Just when we thought we were getting healthy, definitely not the case. Jacob loves THPN. Shout out, buddy. Good to see you again. Kane's going to smoke y'all just like Vegas did. Ouch. You know what? I'm a beaten man. I'm going to be honest. In the podcast that came out and Caps Chirp on Monday, we talked about what the Caps are going to do this week. And I said they're going to go 0-3. So 5-game losing streak is what I'm expecting. And, of course, the Hockey Podcast Network said, hey, Hockey Troll, you are obviously down and out on your luck. Why don't you do a live stream of probably the hardest matchup of the week? And I said, yeah, sure, let's do it. And here I am, drinking bourbon. Whoa. Jacob, no hate. Y'all just can't score on Robin. Yeah, at this point, the Washington Capitals can't score on much, to be completely honest. It's quite the shit show. Let's see if I can get this fucking stream. Of course, it's 7:04. Hockey fans, are you guys mad that that the games aren't starting on time? I know there's been a lot of Twitter talk, curmudgeons out there, not being too happy about that. Get a little higher here. Oh, yeah. Jacob, the goalie MVP is called the Vezina. Just, I know you're a new fan because you're a Vegas Golden Knights fan. You've probably not exposed to hockey, but Robin Lehner would be going for the Vezina. And I really don't think he's going to win it. I think Shesterkin out of New York. Now that dude is standing on his head. I think he's probably he's a lock right now for the Vezina. I think if he continues this season, even regresses a little bit, he's still going to win that Vezina. Shout out Dylan. I was just talking shit about how this is the better stream going on tonight for the Hockey Podcast Network. Yeah, hide your families. This is not a child-friendly stream or for the faint of the heart. And the game still isn't started. What are your guys' predictions? Like I said, I think pretty sure the Caps are going to get their dicks beat into the ground, but I'm not really sure. Anything could happen. It is hockey after all. Oh, but there is one thing that I will do. If Ovechkin scores a goal, I will take a shot of this vodka in solidarity with our captain. Out of this too. That's a double, baby. 5-0, Jacob, huh? And crazier shit has happened. 5 Aho goals, probably unlikely. But hey, you know what? If anybody's going to be subjected to the record books as far as the doormat in which the record gets performed on, it's definitely going to be the Washington Capitals. As you can tell, I'm a little down and out, guys, on the Washington Capitals play thus far. Carolina seems to be killing it. God, I think they're rocking like a plus 60 goal differential is fucking madness. The Washington Capitals, on the other hand, they're still, in a playoff spot. But the Carolina Hurricanes currently have 79 points, sitting securely atop the Metropolitan Division at a plus 59 goal differential. That's madness. The only team better than 79 points is the Colorado Avalanche, and they're sitting at 84 points at a plus 65 goal differential. I mean, it would be awesome to see those two teams in a Stanley Cup final, wouldn't it? The Capitals, on the other hand, need to continue to lose games to let the Columbus Blue Jackets into the last wild card spot. Caps have 65 points holding the last wild card spot, and Columbus has 57 points. So I would rather see a double-digit gap there in points. I don't know. Looking at the comments here, they're all shit. Columbus is only 8 points behind the Caps. You're right. Yeah, that's alarming at best. And thanks, Ish. You sound like you think the Penguins are a better team than the Capitals. For my sanity, am going to choose to not answer that fucking question. Of course, the Penguins aren't a better team. We didn't buy our cup. How many bags of money do you think Lemieux had to give the league to get such special treatment for his baby star? Yes, Justin. Justin is Kirill Kaprizov. Nice to meet you, Kirill. Yes, they are in DC. So chalk that up as an L. I think that I don't think we've won in regulation in 2022 at home. Yeah, okay. There we go. That's the content I like to see. Go Caps. OV is God. Yes, he is. Man, I'm going to be done with my first drink before this fucking game starts. That's a good opportunity to tell you to smash the like button, subscribe, notifications, all that stuff. Subscribe to this channel. We go live almost every day for any time that the NHL is in action. So all good stuff there. If you like what you're seeing, which how could you not, you definitely want to subscribe to this channel, get notifications when we're going live, because it's a good time. Or don't. I'm not trying to tell you how to live your life. I'm just telling you all the cool kids are here. Oh. Anybody know? I will 100 life points to anybody who knows where this sticker is from. Can you see it? Can you see the logo? Is it too close? Or the bright? Are they too light or too shiny here? This is vintage. I could probably sell this online for a good amount of money, like $3 or $4. These are the Omaha Lancers of the USHL. I used to have season tickets to them as a kid, and that's actually what got me into hockey, both playing and watching. All right. Too shiny. Here, let me see if I can you see it kind of at an angle here? Let me lose this shit real quick. Here we go. The Omaha Lancers, baby. Look at that logo. Straight out of the 70s. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, looks like we're off. We got stats. Here we go. All right, game started. Let me refresh my shit. Give you a little play-by-play action. Is anyone else actually watching the game, or do you guys tune in because you're out of market or whatever it may be, whatever reason that is? By the way, the Caps with the first shot on net, that's rare. As I turned it on, they are actually entering the zone. Big hit on the far blue line. It looks like Anthony Mantha is in the lineup. So he was a game time decision. That's huge for the Washington Capitals, finally getting the acquisition that we traded off Verona for. Big body, good skater. He's got some speed. He's got between the blue line speed, as I like to say. Watchalongs every day of the week, like Ish is saying. Thanks for joining. And if you like it, which, like I said, how could you not? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, notifications, turn them on. I gotcha. So, Jacob, you must live near the Las Vegas area. Is that correct? Ooh, spicy bet. $20 says Dylan and I end with more views. Beer bet. Is that $20 Canadian or $20 American? Because $20 Canadian is like what, 30 or 40 cents American? USA, USA. Oh, USD. That's the big shit there. 2480 USD. Got the exchange rate going. I would say by the end of this stream, wait, hold on, let me see. End with more views. I'm not going to take that. You guys are pretty popular. I know a good bet when I see it, and I don't think that's a good one. So, folks, if you want to watch that snooze fest of a game or get this live stream of the snooze fest of the game between the Vancouver Canucks and the New York Islanders, that will be streaming shortly as well. Capitals seem to be kind of knocking on the door, getting them deep. Looks like this game's starting off with some good tempo, something that the Capitals have not done as of late. Jacob here says he'll stop drinking Red Bull if y'all end with less views. And judging by the way that he types, Red Bull must be just like mainlined into this guy's veins at all times. Canada. Yeah, DJ Squishy and White Chocolate Chip, shout out. Hey, you know what? To each their own, I guess. Just know that you're wrong. And he goes, I'm going to go to the Canucks game. Hey, you know what? Some people like punishment. Capitals are in the zone, doing some good cycling as they generally do. Let's see if they can get anything on net. Shot on net. That's our second shot of the game. TJ Oshie was right there, but looks like the goalie, who I'm not sure who they've got in. I'm guessing Anderson in net for them. Let's see if we can check the lineup here. Yep, it is Freddie Anderson in net for the Carolina Hurricanes. We'll reload that for you. For some reason, this thing is kind of slow. Here we go. All right. Jacob. All right. 15 to 20 Red Bulls a night, buddy. That's not healthy. And I can tell with the all caps, literally. I mean, hashtag all caps. We love it, but, take care of yourself there. First commercial break. Looks like it's pretty even. Caps have controlled play pretty good. And they've gotten a couple shots on net, even though this tracker is not cooperating with me. I'll refresh it here in a second once we get back to the game. There we go. Shots are even now. Carolina's blocked a couple too. So as you can tell here, oh shit! And we missed a penalty. So it looks like the Capitals went over on a power play, which, stop me if you've heard that story before. Their penalty or their power play has been absolutely trash for a long time now. A lot of Caps faithful want to blame Forsyth, but it's tough when your entire team's just a revolving door of injuries. It's really tough to get any synergy going. Ovechkin with a keep in on the short side here. Feeds to John Carlson, puts a nice shot on net. Oh, I'm mistaken. We're on the power play now. There's a trip in front of Frederik Andersen on TJ Oshie. Caps had a good look at Ovi, missed it. Kane's playing a pretty good PK. Robert Kitchens chiming in here. Go Avs. Absolutely. They looking good. We were just talking about how awesome it would be if there was a Avs Canes Stanley Cup final. I wouldn't hate it. If it's not the Caps in the finals, might as well be those two teams. Close up on Rod the Bod Brind'Amour right now. I mean, what a beast of a man. That's the Carolina Hurricanes head coach, former great player. Capitals winding it up through the zone, get an actual entry, which is cut off by Frederik Andersen, and he clears. Oof. By the way, Vitek Vanacek is in net for the Washington Capitals. I think he's been the better goaltender by a slim margin before he got injured and we were subjected to Samsonov. Stream is starting, by the way. Little heads up for the Vancouver Canucks and New York Islanders if you want to be subjected to that Boarfest, like I said. Oh, all donations apparently go to me. I did not know this. So I don't know if that's like a super chat or something. If you have any donations, I guess that's an option here on YouTube. They come straight to me. Also, I'll give you a special shout out. Hey, Hockey Madness. Good to see you here, man. Or woman. Caps come up empty-handed on that power play. I don't even think they got a shot on net. They were getting good looks, though. It has been a disaster as of late for the Washington Capitals power play, as I've been saying. We're much better 5-on-5. Getting a little bit of a break here to Garnet Hathaway. Nice stretch pass, but he gets muscled out. Really nice angle off by the defense there of Carolina. Ooh, I get $1. Thanks, City Life Project, Ish. Good luck on your stream, man. I'm sure you'll do great. Go Nucks, right? I mean, surely the Vancouver Canucks can absolutely beat the struggling New York Islanders. All right, little break and play here. NHL's celebrating gender equality this month. Always a good thing. I don't know about you guys, but I was way more interested in the Olympics this year with the women's tournament. I thought it was much better. I thought that the foot speed of the women were just about NHL quality. To be completely honest, I really didn't see a lot of difference between the speed and skating between the men's and women's tournament. Awesome to see how much better. Every Olympics. Of course, it's 4 years, but every time the Olympics comes around, it's amazing the strides in which the women's game has taken over the years. Every Olympics they get like exponentially better. Um, and if you equate it to your high school career, freshman to senior year, I would say that it's much better than I got from my freshman to senior year. Capitals continue to play the dump and chase a little bit. It seems to be giving Carolina a little bit of worry here as we're playing the grind game. Carolina breaking, trying to get something going. Caps smothering them on defense. Looks like the lines for the Washington Capitals are in the blender. We've got Sheary slotting in on that fourth line instead of Hagelin, who typically plays that, as we covered in the beginning, with a pretty bad eye injury that he sustained in practice. Caps fail to clear, finally get it out. Carolina rewinds on a slow break, 3-on-2. Good defense, breaking up the passes in the middle. It's Kuznetsov in alone. 1-on-3, dumps it into the corner. Caps retain possession, start working the cycle. Trevor Van Riemsdyk with the puck, puts one on net. That makes it through. Anderson stops it easily. Kane's clear only momentarily while Kuznetsov tries to play a bank board pass back into the zone. Ovechkin honing in. Kind of a mad scramble getting back in. Kuzi just took a hook. He's going into the box. Commercial break. Still 0-0 though. It's good. The Caps have not given up that early goal. I definitely think that it would behoove them to get a quick goal, get the first goal in this game for sure, especially with the high-powered offense that Carolina brings. Checking my phone here for no apparent reason. All right. Hey, RJ. How's it going, man? Glad to have you. Neil, what's up, man? You don't like Hockey Troll? Come on. Fortnite Pro Star. Neil, I'm not sure. He's usually on here, isn't he? He's doing lots of games. Dude's full of energy. What a stud. Too bad his New Jersey Devils are floundering. Fortnite Pro Star. You like him, but only him. Oh, really? Neil's doing a A basketball game? No shit. Good for him. Man, that guy is just the jack of all trades. I know you're stuck with me, but hey, look, we've got a great matchup here between the Washington Capitals and the Carolina Hurricanes. Kane's on the power play, working it around. A shot wide from the left half boards that clears the zone. Kane's bringing it back in under control. Caps are trying to put a little bit of a trap in play here at the blue line. Caps end up clearing. Looked like it might not have been the case at the blue line there. A couple hits thrown around. Canes are reloading. Fail to get it deep. Get it up to the point. Working it down low. Whoa. Good defense. A stick tipped it as they were trying to center into the slot, and it just went way over the Canes player's stick. Caps clear. Canes do get a shot on net through that. Andrew, what's up, man? Doing well. Doing well. Unlike the Washington Capitals, who suck. I'm thinking a 5-game slide after this week, and then they'll get it together. Got to make it close for Columbus. It's not fun unless you win by just the skin of your teeth, right? Big eat by John Carlson there as the Canes work it around up high. Ooh. Close there for it looked like Connor Sheary on a hook. Oh, sorry about that. Score is still 0-0. You remember to move my mouse there. Can you see it now? Hi, Diana. Thanks for tuning in. Guys, if you like what you're seeing, you should definitely subscribe to this channel. We do watchalongs every day, different hosts on the Hockey Podcast Network. I'm the Hockey Troll. I am the host or co-host of the Washington Capitals podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network called Caps Chirp. You can follow me at Hockey Trollin with an IN and at Caps Chirp. Ovechkin tries to take it through the middle, takes a hit, gets back up. Caps have successfully killed that penalty, and the Carolina Hurricanes are trying to wind it up. Ooh, score updates. Wild 0, Flyers 1. Ew, the Penguins are up 2-0 on the fucking Tampa Bay Lightning. I hate the Penguins so much. Who does the Flames podcast? You know what? I'm ashamed to say I don't know. But I think it's Flames Unfiltered is what it's called. And it's really good. I guarantee it's really good. All the hosts on this network are super cool. Really, honestly, I mean, I haven't ever had a bad interview. We've had a ton of our colleagues on from the Hockey Podcast Network. Every podcast host knows their shit, and they're super, super fun to listen to. Nice, Zarly. Yeah, Pins are probably playing pretty well. They blow this one 5-3. Guys, I'm seeing a lot of like OV hate and just like political shit in the comments. Let's give her a rest here. Capitals firing back. Ooh. Interference call looks like going to Jacob Slavin. Oh, yeah. That's what we like to see. Oh no, 25. That's not Slavin, is it? Let's see here. Oh, geez. Cleans out Tom Wilson right in front. Of course, Tommy's been out there throwing the body because he's a saint. I don't know if you can see this behind me. I'll make me big. Yeah, let's go. St. Thomas in the flesh. It is. I'm not allowed to advertise other than a couple things on here, but it is. You're welcome. Tell your friends. All right, so I'm going to be honest. Second commercial break. We're about to close out the first. It's not 3-0 Carolina. So for me, this is a win. I thought that the Washington Capitals were going to come out and get stomped into the ground. It seems to be like a pretty competitive game. In fact, the Capitals, when we come back from break, are going to be on the power play. Not that that's a good thing by any means, because I think their power play has been trash the past month and a half, 2 months. So, there's that. What's up, Juicebox Pod? Nice to see you here. I see that you've brought in a lot of mouth breather trash here, some water trash in with you. The Penguins are playing the sport of hockey well tonight. Still a lot of hockey to go. Andrew, where is Bob? What, you're not happy with me? Who's Bob? All right, 2:57 to go. Washington power play, 1:48 left in it. Caps dump it in. Frederik Andersen clears alone. God, I hate the goalie clear, man. Brutal. John Carlson leaves it for the delayed slingshot. Capitals break in. We're going to get a 5-on-3 as the entry by Kuznetsov garnered a high stick. That's really good. He definitely sold it a little bit, but I never know this guy's name. It's Brady Skagey. Ooh, Danny, I don't know, man. If the Capitals power play is pretty bad, but a 5-on-3 advantage is quite the tip of the scales here for sure. Oh yeah, Skagey definitely hits him right in the face. Kuznetsov, it's a good call. Oh, thank you, Andrew. I'm glad I can make you happy, buddy. All right, Caps 5-on-3. Ovi with a shot gets blocked right in the high slot. Kane's clear. I mean, he had to take that shot. You have to give it to him. John Carlson coming in unobstructed until the blue line. Rims it around to TJ Oshie. Ovechkin on the point, has the puck. Moves it over to Kuznetsov. Into the corner. Out to Carlson with a shot on net. Rebound picked up by Ovi. Back to Carlson again. Over to Oshie. Mishandles, but diving play to keep it alive. And rims it around. Ovi also stepped up. We're good. We're still in play. Kuznetsov with the goal. Kuznetsov, Birdman himself. Here we go. All right. That's 1-0. Washington Capitals. Holy shit. Who would have thought it would have been the Carolina Hurricanes that they may turn this around on? I mean, Kuzi just comes in and says, I'm taking that. Short side bar and in. High on Anderson. Birdman Selly. You gotta love it. Do you think Carolina makes any moves? You know what? I'm in Ortep. I am not really following the Hurricanes enough, but I would say that if there is any weakness on that lineup, they need to sell the farm to cover that gap. They are definitely a team that should be win now, and they should act accordingly. Capitals look like they're still on the PP for another 41 seconds. Smith and West 93. Yeah, 5-1 final Washington would be amazing. We need it. We need it bad. And this could be something that turns the tides. As of right now, though, we're getting stymied at the blue line on the power play entries, and that's the worst part about the Washington Capitals power play. I don't even care that they're winging it around. Big hit at the blue line. Big hit at the blue line. Looks like it was on Osh. 5 seconds left in the power play. I don't think we're going to get another zone entry out of that, though. Jensen is wheeling and dealing, gets in, mishandles, below the goal line. Lars Eller retains possession. 17 seconds left in the period. Ooh, big shot. Big shot from Hathaway on the second power play line, looking like pretty good. Talk about a season that guy's had. Breakout. Zarley Price asks, what exactly happened to Hagelin? That's the end of the first, by the way, folks. Caps up 1-0 in a late 5-on-3 goal by Kuznetsov. Love to see it. What exactly happened to Hagelin? I am not exactly sure, but in practice, he took a stick to the eye. I don't know who did it. They were doing in-close drills, small area games at the end of practice. Hagelin, who, as you know, wears his visor like all the way up. It barely does anything except deflect sticks into his eye, if that ever came close to it. And he must have really hurt his eye. I mean, he had surgery that day on it. I had a buddy at the vaunted and infamous, if you will, Tunnel Green rink in Wheeling, West Virginia, take a stick straight to the eye. I mean, it was the most disgusting sound when the player who was trying to lift the stick hit my buddy Dusty right in the eye. It made like a sound. I mean, I heard it from the blue line, and he was in deep, and he fell straight down, and he was like, I can't open my eye. And then he like squeezed his eye, and blood just gushed out. And I was like, oh shit, you need to go to the hospital. He was down and out for he couldn't move. They said that with eye injuries, because the blood vessels are so delicate, he was bedridden for like 2 weeks. He couldn't even move until his eye healed to a point where it was okay. And then we went out to the bar as soon as he was even ready to go, probably before time, to be completely honest. It was not a good look. But that great story deserves a quick commercial here. So, stay tuned. Got to hear from our sponsors a little bit. Oh, hello. You're back. That's great. So if you're liking this stream, if you're liking any of the streams, we do it every day. There are streams every day, watchalongs every day. Subscribe to the channel, like this stuff, and get notifications. You'll be notified every time we stream a game. Sometimes we do it, multiple times a night. So Tonight we've got the Carolina Hurricanes versus the Washington Capitals, and I believe Ish and Dylan are doing the Vancouver Canucks versus the New York Islanders. Sounds boring, to be completely honest. If somebody was just like, "Hey, which games would you wanna watch?" I would say hands down the Canes versus Caps. And to be completely honest, this has been a very good matchup. It's been back and forth. It's been high tempo, and the good guys are winning on a 5-on-3. So I'm sure Rod the Bod Brindamore is in there reaming out the boys, telling them to stop taking penalties for first off. And the Canes, because the Canes have not been able to get anything going on the offensive side of the puck, they've been killing penalties all night. Jaden, you see a Carolina comeback? Well, I mean, it wouldn't exactly be an amazing comeback considering it's 1-0. But hey, you know what? Absolutely crazier shit has happened. You're absolutely right. The Canes are only down by a goal, though the Washington Capitals have taken advantage of things when they got them. Zarly says, besides getting your neck slashed by a skate, I think getting hit in the eye is the next scariest thing that could happen on the ice. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, we were talking about Carl Hagelin's injury, which, if you haven't heard, happened during practice in small area games. At the end of practice, he took a stick, likely directly to the eye. Don't know who did it. And had to go to a surgery like yesterday. Is being reevaluated by doctors. He's probably not able to move very suddenly. He's probably got to keep his blood pressure down because the eye is such a delicate organ that if any blood pressure or if any pressure kind of goes to the eye, it could rupture any of the work that the doctors have done. And Ortap, yes, I am the Washington Capitals Caps Chirp podcast host on the Hockey Podcast Network. So, of course, I do like the Washington Capitals. You can see the logo back here. I'll hide this for a second just so you can see. And that's St. Thomas here. I'm sure you know who that is, right? Tom Wilson? Yeah. Corey Kidd. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. Fans, if you like this type of stuff, you don't even have to like the Caps or the Canes. If you like these watch-alongs, maybe you can't watch them and you want to get a little bit of, I do a shitty job of play-by-play, but there are other hosts that do these on a consistent basis who do a much better job. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, get notifications. We do watch-alongs every day. You could probably, I'm going to be honest, if you knew nothing about the NHL, you could probably just watch our watch-alongs and be pretty informed about the league after like a week. All right. First glass of bourbon down. The Washington Capitals have done pretty well up to this point. Vanacek's had 6 saves. I think I should just pour another one. I think we should just keep going. My rule is that if Ovechkin scores, we're going to do a shot of vodka in solidarity for breaking that record that everybody's talking about. In Nortap, yeah. Clint Malarchuk slashed by a skate blade in his neck. He was a goalie. Player was crashing in, went skates first, and it was a total freak accident. Nobody knew what the hell was going on until you saw Malarchuk go hold his neck, and then just like a fountain of blood spray everywhere. The only thing that saved his life, Malarchuk's, at that moment, Clint actually had some pretty bad stuff happen in his life and was, he had some more stuff after that was pretty tragic. But the only thing that saved Malarchuk's life on that night was the trainer, who had, I guess, been in a Vietnam War medic, reached into the gash and took his fingers and clamped the artery closed. So Yeah, pretty crazy stuff. All right. So Caps are down 1-0. Are up 1-0 on a 5-on-3 power play bury by Evgeny Kuznetsov. Thank you, fantasy team. Thank you, Kuzi, for that fantasy point. Um, it's been a pretty good. It's been a pretty good game so far for the Washington Capitals. Their play has gotten them 3 power plays, so it's nice to see, but I'm not sure we can bank on that for the whole game on the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm sure they're going to become more disciplined as the game goes on and come back with a lot of pressure. About Malarchuk, yeah, and Clint wrote a really good book about it. I didn't know that. I might have to pick that up and take a look. Good stuff, though. Looks like you're a Habs fan. I just got done reading Ken Dryden's The Game. I'm sure that's probably old hat to you, but what a book that was. Definitely recommended reading for any hockey fan. Pretty interesting foray into not just like hockey, but the history of the game and everything else. Pretty good stuff. Plus, love the locker room banter that he records. Happy Gilmore still holds the record for the only guy to take off his skate and try to stab someone with it. Absolutely, Zarly. That's another thing that now that spring's coming, I will definitely be hitting the links. I've already been out a couple times this March and February, so pretty good stuff. Any golfers in the area? On a good day, I'll shoot like a 95. So, pretty good over here. Waiting for the card soon. All right. You know what? All right, fine. We've seen a lot of people trolling, but Inortap actually has asked this eloquently, so I will respond to it. Do I think the whole Russia-Ukraine situation will adversely affect the Caps Russian players? Yeah, absolutely. I think that Ovechkin he's got to see both the positive, but mostly the negative things that people are saying about him, kind of coming out against his previous support for Vladimir Putin, or at least previous perceived support. I don't know how any person who went through a fucking 5th grade civics class will take any athlete's support of a Russian dictator seriously. When Vladimir Putin says, or any Russian dictator says, I want to be your friend, a popular athlete that Russians know, you really don't have a choice. Now, I think that a lot of the ire that athletes get in political situations is incredibly stupid. If you need a professional athlete, to educate you on the on global, socioeconomic and war strategies and things like that, you're ignorant. And while that's unfortunate, it can be fixed. But if you need a professional athlete to validate your feelings on the global scale, I don't know. You're in a sad spot. You should probably, think about your life. Yeah. So I guess I kind of opened up the whole can of worms there, but I don't think it's a tough situation. I think that performance has dipped. Yeah, I mean, absolutely, he's got to have this on his mind. I don't think I don't think Ovechkin or any of the Russian players in the NHL are like absolute terrible people, other than like Slava Voinov, who beat the shit out of his wife or girlfriend or whatever. And that goes for Varlamov as well, who kicked his girlfriend downstairs or whatever, and then you know what things like that. But as far as I've heard, none of the Russian players on the Washington Capitals have done things like that I just said. So to be completely honest, if it's politics you want, you're barking up the wrong tree. Yeah, so the Penguins are up, it looks like. And so they're saying current matchups here. I'm watching it. Carolina versus Washington, Pittsburgh versus New York, Tampa Bay versus Boston. I would not mind. I mean, right now, fuck it. Let's go first round. Washington Capitals, Carolina versus Carolina in the playoffs. I definitely don't want to play the Penguins in the first round. They'll probably get knocked off in the first round anyways. I don't want to play the Rangers and I don't want to play Boston. So, hey, I guess, other than maybe like a Tampa Bay, or I don't want to play any of the teams. I'm looking at the lineup, and I think Carolina, even though they're playing very well and they're sitting atop the league, I don't think they really want to play anybody in the Metro either. I mean, they might have a little bit of an edge over the Rangers in Pittsburgh, but it's definitely not an easy out by any means, the Metropolitan. The Atlantic, okay, Toronto, whatever. And Tampa Bay in Florida, powerhouse. It's the East is tough. Do I think McClellan's words to the media ticked off the players? Wow, you're up to speed, huh, bud? I thought McClellan's interview was amazing. I think that that's what the Capitals should do. I think that hockey Twitter is sensationalist and fucking stupid for the most part. McClellan did a good job. I thought, are you talking in regards to like the Russia thing, or are you talking in regards to like, if you're talking in regards to the Russia thing, I don't know, whatever. He had to defend his player. If you're talking about what they want to do for the playoff run, I mean, I think a lot of Caps fans think that they're going to blow the team up mid-season while they're sitting pretty securely, yes, in the last wild card spot, but everybody who's followed hockey knows that the Metropolitan Division can flip the script in 10 games. So no, I think that he should do nothing. I don't think that there's a goalie out there that we can improve upon. If anything, we maybe bring in a third liner, and we're going to probably have to pay dearly for him. There's no reason for the Washington Capitals to do a hard cap shed. There's nothing. We are spin now, win now, go to the max and beyond. So I heard Ovi went 160 on the highway one time, totally uncalled for. Hey, if you had a Ferrari or three of them, you'd do it too. Okay. In Ortep, no, the fact that he said he doesn't consider the team to be a legit contender. I think it was a backhanded slight. I don't think anybody who knows hockey considers the Washington Capitals to be a legit contender. And, McClellan did say that, but he explained it far more elegantly and PC middle of the row than this. He said, look, you have your three legit contenders in the league, and then you have your second tier. And for the longest time, we have been at the top of that second tier. Now we're at the bottom of that second tier, though we are still in that second tier. How many fucking tiers are there? Who knows? He's just making up infinite tiers in his head. So yeah, absolutely. I definitely think that there's a fire lit under him, and maybe this is the result. Coming out playing a good game, good hard game against Carolina. I would hope that's the result. I think that the guys in that locker room, they've seen what it's like to be party animals, and they now know what it's like to win, and they know that they're not going to be able to get it done this way. So I'm sure that as much shit you want to talk about, OV and the leadership and the core about, them not giving a fuck or whatever it may be. I definitely think that they're feeling the pressure, just a self-imposed pressure of being a top tier athlete in the NHL. What do you think about this year's rookies and AHL guys from Natural Evil? Are you talking about the Washington Capitals AHL and rookie guys? Because if you are, they have been really good. And it's crazy because especially the forwards get zero opportunity to play in the big club if you're in the Washington Capitals system. Their top six has basically been rock solid for the past 10 years. Their third line is where you might get a chance in. And for the most part, our fourth lines haven't been bad either. So you're probably not even going to get any wiggle room on the bottom six. It's just that third three that you're going to get a opportunity in if you're a forward. I think that combined with some of the talent that we've had, I, for lack of a better term, toiling away in the AHL and Hershey has really given them a lot of piss and vinegar. But do I think that that the AHL talent is completely sustainable as NHL talent for now in the next 5 years or for a long-term contract? I think maybe one or two, maybe. And if you're going to ask me probably who, I like this Snively kid. He's from Nova, from Herndon, Virginia. Gotta love it. I think maybe Axel Johnson, Fialbi. I definitely think that most of the blue liners are safe. And then there's that Hendrix LaPierre guy killing it in juniors. Leeson, Protas, they've played pretty well. But who knows when it comes to the bargaining table, what other teams are going to want. McClellan did, and that's what we were talking about. He came out and said that, they're pretty much safe, but our draft picks are not. And I agree. That's funny money. You might as well spend those draft picks. You're not going to, that's a 5-year commitment that you're putting on a draft pick. You might as well just dump them for something if it's going to net you a cup within within the OV era. The game is on. It's 18:55, and the Caps have been all up in Carolina's shit. And wow, Sebastian Aho just took a tripping penalty. The Caps are moving their feet, and this is what happens when you move your feet against a young team. They are going to take lazy or perceivably lazy penalties where they're going to stop moving their feet and they're going to get beat to pucks, and then that's going to cause them to, take these stick minors and tripping calls, these kind of withholding interference tripping calls. In Ortep, you are right, but basically he's saying his players that you're not good enough, and players see he's not supporting that by bringing in help to booster the team. Yeah. This is hockey. I mean, the Caps have seen this. They just saw Braden Holtby get traded away or walk off into the sunset. The guy who won them a cup for money. I mean, it was literally money. We weren't going to pay our goalies that much. We never do in DC. Leonsis is a hard stand on business first. You saw that with Barry Trotz. The Caps, from what I've heard from previous players, we talked to Carl Alsner. Big shot from the blue line, scramble in front that almost got tucked home on Frederick Anderson. The Capitals are really pouring it on right now in this power play. Yeah, they need to bring. They may or may not bring somebody in, but I mean, what I took away from that presser is that they're not going to bring anybody in. They're not going to do any crazy blow up moves or anything. But every year the Capitals do their normal, and they bring in a defenseman, they bring in a piece. I think that what he was saying here is that the core is good, but they need to play a little bit better for the Capitals to not basically blow it up in the offseason. That's what I kind of got. Now that option, that nuclear option is always on the table, but I don't think they want to blow it up. They're gonna pay out the nose for anything in this market. Capitals are still on the power play. Almost gave up a shorthanded break, but they were doing such a good job hemming the Canes in the zone that PKer had no gas and opted for the dump. Anthony Mantha looks like on the second unit. he's been skating pretty well tonight. It's encouraging to see. This is much needed help. Um, the Canes look to be a bit on their heels, but as they just got a nice turnover at the Caps blue line. Dmitry Orlov, who I think is one of the most underrated players in the NHL, recovers spectacularly, and we are back in possession. We being the Washington Capitals for a quick dump. Daniel Sprong has the puck back in the lineup. Nick Jensen with a high shot, short side. Amounts to not much. Caps still hemming the Canes players in the zone. Looks like McMichael is a little bit more engaged physically in this game, which I love to see from the young guy, who I think has kind of been a little soft in previous games. Neutral Evil, this might be the last run in the OV era. The youth is promising, but it needs time. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Me too. They're not consistent enough to go out and win a cup. And on top of that, it's always you need that one outstanding rookie or one outstanding guy on entry level or bridge contract. And when I say outstanding, I mean a guy who's going to score 20 points in the playoffs to win a cup. On top of that, you need your goalie throughout an entire Stanley Cup run to steal 4 games. Do I think that we have that? No, I really don't. Ooh, breakaway, slow break on for the Carolina Hurricanes in on Vanacek. Amazing save, spectacular for sure. Putting that left or that right pad out a little after whistle antics by, of course, Garnet Hathaway. Love it. Weird turnover there at the blue line that sprung. Who's that? 88 on Carolina. Is that Teravainen? Yeah, Teravainen. Do a little update here. As you can see from the shot totals, I mean, the Caps have really poured it on, and the Canes are not doing themselves any favors at all, taking those penalties. On top of that, the Caps maybe, and you know what, in Ortep, the one that maybe that presser lit a little bit of a fire under their ass, that these guys want to stay in DC. I hear the culture is really good for a player and that they do it right. We've had Carl Alsner on several times. Oh, Iron Man himself. And he has said that the Caps do it right. Carolina got a little bit of a break there, springing the open man. I mean, they just find guys that are open, and those guys, when they're receiving the puck, may not be open at the time, but they just have such speed that they get good looks at the net. It was a 2-on-2. But the pass over was wide open and tons of room far side. Player just skated over there and tested Vanacek again. Didn't get a lot on it. Couldn't elevate the puck, but it was a good opportunity nonetheless. Face off in the Cap zone. Canes win it. Attempted shot, good eat by the Washington Capitals, and a clear by Tom Wilson. Wow, these lines are really jumbled. Looks like Tom Wilson's out there with Dowd and Sheary. So he's getting, I don't know, double shifted maybe? Who knows? Still 1-0 for the Washington Capitals. And for the Carolina Hurricanes outshot 14-9. 14-9 for the Caps have 14 shots, the Canes have 9, and largely because they haven't been playing 5-on-5, and the Capitals are staying disciplined. I like it. Neutral Evil with a good question here. What should the Caps fix in their D? Doesn't look solid enough. You know what? That is. So in previous years, I would have said, yeah, let's grab that defenseman to put us over the edge. I think a lot of Caps Twitter is shitting on John Carlson because, I don't know, when he doesn't score, they get mad and he a guy who plays 27 to 30 minutes a night commits a couple turnovers. I do not prescribe to that at all. I think John Carlson's a stud. I think we have him at a very team friendly deal. I mean, he's a top 2 pair guy across the league. Any team would kill to have him. So you know what? I say leave the D alone. I think Martin Faviari has done a great job. And on top of that, the Washington Capitals have done a really good job and have drafted D prolifically the past 5 years. So I say leave the D alone. Let the goaltenders age, and hopefully they can pick something up. I would say, looking at how unhealthy we've been, obviously we're getting guys back unhealthy, but as much help as we've needed, it's been in the forwards. I think that the third line wing or third line center is something that may need to be addressed. But again, I just don't. I know there's some third line centers that could be had, but I'm really not ready to give up NHL talent. Now, if a player like Lawton Roslovic or Strome really Roslovic or Strome, if either of those players became available for picks, like, I don't care, 2 first-round picks, 3, and a second, I would say pull the trigger immediately, because if we can fit them under cap, and that's going to be a big if. Shout out Stat Guy Blake or at Blake Allen, Stat Guy Blake on Twitter for a couple of those suggestions on center. In order to, the Caps have lost a step. Age is catching up. A couple years ago when we drafted Chara, wow. And see, but you say that, and this amazing veteran play that just happened on a 3-on-2, TJ Oshie back checking, diving play, takes a shot away from a guy who is high in the slot, right in the middle. That was a goal. Oshbabe comes in and does a nice diving sweep check, gets the puck away. It is back and forth here, and the Washington Capitals are hanging tight. That's for sure. But I do agree. Yeah, I mean, the Caps are old. They're aging. At one point, a year or two ago, they were the oldest team in the league. Oh, an incredible passing play finished off by, it looks like Martin Faviari. A defenseman come pinching in. Puck went in deep, looked like kind of a nothing play. Sweeped it out to the far corner or to the short side corner and fed Faviari coming in all alone in just an amazing bury. It's Hathaway causing a turnover to Sheary, kind of a weird jumble. Wow. That's the fourth line, baby. Or the fourth line tonight. Martin Faviari has not scored in a while. He's been the bright spot, the best Caps rookie, and I don't think it's close. Incredible goal. Really nice to see. And that's the Caps up, doubling the Canes up in shots, a 5-on-5 goal. So 1 5-on-3 power play goal, 1 even strength goal on a beautiful passing play by the grind line. The fourth line, or I don't even know if it's fourth or third line tonight. The Caps are selling out all over the ice, drop into a knee, sliding, diving plays, everything. They're ready to win, and Vitek Vanacek has been quite solid. Jared Bukal, who is my pick for the Habs versus Flames game in Calgary tonight? I've got to go with the Flames. I think they're the best team in Canada right now. Wow. I did not expect that. I guess I need to drink bourbon for every Caps game. This team makes me drink anyways. I might as well drink the good shit. Unbelievable. I did not expect this. I thought we'd be down by 3 goals already. On the podcast, the official Caps Chirp podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network, which is the podcast that I'm co-host of. I had us losing all 3 games this week. if you like this channel and you like what you're seeing, which how could you not? Please, please, please click that subscribe button, get notifications. I guess if you leave any tips, they go directly to me. So if you like what I'm doing, go ahead and throw me some money. I'm not going to beg for it, but, or keep it in your pocket. That's what I do. To be completely honest. Penguins giving it to Tampa Bay tonight, 2-0. Last couple of weeks have had many upsets. And the Capitals have been victim to most of them. The Pittsburgh Penguins can go die in a fire as far as I'm concerned. I fucking despise that team. Everything about them I hate, obviously, being a Caps fan. But it looks like they're pulling one out on Tampa Bay. I don't know how big the check was that Mario Lemieux had to cut to the league to get that done. But let's hope Tampa Bay pulls it back out. And Philly up on Mini 3-2. That's a bubble ready to burst. 100%. I've got Mini here. Taking the win, whether it be in overtime or regulation. I bet Minnesota comes back on Philadelphia. Do I expect a trade before the deadline involving the Caps? Yes, I think they'll do something, but I don't think it'll be as groundbreaking as people think. I just hope that, and McClellan today said that, look, prospects and NHL talent is pretty much off the table. At least that's how I read into it. Face off in the Capitals zone. A bit of a broken play caused Jasper Fast to get an in-close look on Vanacek, gobbled it right up. And another face-off upcoming in the zone. So, yeah, I would think that the Caps are going to make a move. I don't care if they do or not. In fact, if they're going to make a bad move, I'd rather them not make a move at all. If they're going to move like anybody in their top six, if they're going to move anybody in the fourth line, if they're going to move a goaltender, if they're going to move anybody in their defensive core, I would rather them not make a move. Third liners. That's all I want. And honestly, a third line center. I don't think and I'm not saying that we're like just one piece away, but I have not seen this team healthy the entire season. So I can't tell you. And I think that conventional wisdom would say, look, we've been, we'd start making the excuses here. You got to make those excuses. The Capitals have been hurt. 2-on-1 developing. Anthony Mantha with a shot on net looks like is one of his first, if not the first, shots on net on a 2-on-1 with TJ Oshie. Back checker closed it off to a 2-on-2 quick. Canes come the other way, get a shot on net. Caps look good positionally, only one man deep. Carolina is on their heels. They are not forechecking very well, and the Capitals are dictating play for large swaths of this game. Man, it just goes to show you take all these penalties early, and it can really, unless you have that veteran push, really just kind of screw you over. Brian, Sports Entertainment, what's going on, man? Good to see you. Tom Wilson over there, John. Gotta love it. St. Thomas himself. All right, commercial break. I will be right back. We are going to take a quick break, and I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Good question during the commercial break. And Ortat, man, thanks for the interactions. Great to see. And you've had some really great questions. I think a lot of the people who are commenting are obviously engaged and educated hockey fans, and I love to see that. Not the same on Twitter. Which team do you currently see as the most complete and possible cup winner or contender? You know what? Honestly, I think that I had questioned Carolina's trading or letting go of Nedlovic, but it looks like Freddie Anderson, aside from tonight, which is good for us, is looking pretty good. The Metro, with Carolina, I think has a shot. New York, maybe. I can't say the Penguins because I fucking hate them, and I hope that they miss the playoffs. Smart money's on Tampa Bay again, Florida as well. But honestly, I think it may be Colorado's time. And the Pacific is a joke, so I can't in good conscience pick any team from the Pacific to win it all. But I guess if I were to say one, I'd have to say the Avs. Harkening back to the old Patrick Waugh days. Peter Forsberg, Joe Sakic, legend. We'll just see if they can get out of their own ass when it comes to the playoffs. Jared, you a Flames fan or what? Do you expect any trade before deadline involving the Flames to clear cap or acquire a veteran defenseman? The Flames are a tricky story, and I just said that the Pacific. Faviar just blew a tire, 3-on-2 the other way, quickly developing into a settled situation. Couple shots, rebounds. This first line for the Washington Capitals is quite the defensive liability, but they put up so many points. Who cares? Capitals clear with a high loft out. That's going to be an icing. Do I expect a trade before deadline involving the Flames to clear cap or acquire a veteran defenseman? Here we go. Tampa Bay. Highlight. Just saw it. Lightning on the comeback. Call it a comeback. It's going to happen. I think that the Calgary Flames are in one of the best. They've been knocking on the door forever, ever since before Treliving was there, right? They've been there and there and there every year, and then it's up and down. If I'm the Flames, I'm literally doing whatever I can to make something work for an improvement anywhere. Defense, probably, for sure. Finding another defenseman is always a good idea, especially if you're going to play the game that the Flames do, which is a bit physical, right? If you're going to get in there and mix it up, you might as well err on the conservative side and get a defenseman and have the defenseman that you've got playing go out there and throw body all day long. And if they get hurt, next man up. Yeah, Avs definitely and Ortep have the most pressure to win. I agree, and I think they should do it. But hey, they might be like the Caps and biff it, and the Tampa Bay Lightning, biff it for a decade, and then win when everybody counts them out. Capitals seem to be going in and out of the middle of the offensive zone at will. They're feeding it. They're skating into it. It doesn't matter. The Carolina Hurricanes, though, currently possess the puck in the offensive zone and are trying to get something going. But there seems to be a large aversion on that team to try to get into the middle, and the Capitals are making it so. Danny Tabernac, good to see you. Thanks for coming. Ouch, 2-0. Not ouch. Good. Everyday hockey. Thanks, man, or woman, or however you identify. Thank you for the kind words. Dude, I do not want to see a New York Rangers Washington Capitals matchup. While historically and within the OV area, that's a hook. Okay, Canes again getting beaten to a puck. The Kings just took a offensive zone penalty because our defenseman was beating, and I'm trying to see who it is, number 18, to a puck. That's a lazy penalty. That's what it's Derek Stepan. I mean, and that's a veteran. You can't do that shit. Um, I would hate to see New York though. Shesterkin has every shooter on the Washington Capitals team's number, and it's tough. The Canes are really playing a little dirty here. They're really getting chippy. You can tell they're frustrated. In the offensive zone, Nick Dowd got cleaned out and gave it to the ref. Then Stepan comes down, puts a hook right into the guy's hands. I mean, he just stopped skating. His feet weren't moving. I've had hockey coaches when I played as a kid, and it was a big thing. And in high school, when hitting and physicality was important, it was super important to keep your feet moving. I can't tell you how many countless penalties I avoided by getting in the hands of somebody, but continuing to move my feet. The refs, it just doesn't, I don't know what it is. Either they're giving you credit for it, or it just doesn't appear as if you're water skiing behind somebody if you're moving your feet. So they give it to you or what, but Capitals having a tough time breaking into the zone as per usual, but coming off sides on a stretch pass, face off outside the zone. But in order to your point, a New York Washington matchup would be super entertaining. I just don't know. I would think the Caps might go out in 5 in that matchup. Shesterkin is just too fucking good, and he knows. I don't know. It's like he knows where every shot's coming. Crazy. Jared, man. I mean, hey, look, the Flames look good. I think they're definitely the best Canadian team this year. Whether that means anything being in the Pacific Division, I don't know. Caps enter the zone and are quickly ejected from it with a clear. Hey, you know what? You'll always have the badass logos, dude. Jared, for Calgary. Badass logos, badass kits. Oh, Ovechkin from the OV spot on a one-timer. Oh, fuck. You know what that means. A little drinky poo. Ready? Whoa. All right. Stepan in the box. Caps set it up quick and feed Ovi. And now this is it's 77 Oshie to Carlson right into like almost a bumper position up top. It's an incredible give and go. Carlson, who's shimmied into the middle on a give and go, which moves the defenders, gets them a little dumbfounded, and just a perfect dime pass from Carlson into Ovi at the top of the left circle from his office for a goal. How many is that now? 30-something? The man's a machine. Incredible stuff. And that means I have to take a shot in solidarity. Oh, vodka. Oh, my God. It's going to be a rough day at work tomorrow, folks. All right. So, Yadka for our Russian superstar. Cheers, THPN. If you like this content, which how could you not? You're about to see me, take this shot of vodka. Follow us, subscribe to the YouTube channel, notifications on, do all the stuff like this stuff, share it out with your friends, do all the good stuff. And here we go. Ovechkin's, hold on. Let me see which goal that was. They said it real quick. It's 30 something. How many goals is that? How many goals? Come on. Hold on. I'm going to take a shot. Don't worry. 33rd. 33rd goal. Cheers to Ovi's 33rd. Here we go. Oh, vodka. Going down smooth. Whew. 3 away from Yager to take third all time. Nice to have you back, Andrew. Ovi just scored, but fucking yeah. 3-0. Washington Capitals over the Carolina Hurricanes. Incredible stuff. The Caps may be putting together their best game of the season right now. So complete, though they did get quite a lot of opportunities by Carolina, but they earned them. You start skating hard, and this is what happens. Go Carolina. Hey, you know what? There's always a chance, I guess you could say. If anybody's going to blow a 3-0 lead in the third, it's going to be the Washington Capitals. The Caps are out, moving their feet, skating hard, doing really well. And quite frankly, they have hit the Carolina Hurricanes in the mouth and not stopped throwing. It's been quite the game. Maybe I'll have to stream more because obviously I'm good luck. Ovi and his exceptional genes. Yeah, he is an aging. And his mom is an Olympic basketball player and Olympic coach for Russia. So, yeah. And his dad, I think, was quite an accomplished soccer player as well. So, Ovechkin has like 2 kids now. They're probably both one's a boy. I know his name's Sergey. He's definitely going to be in the NHL, right? I mean, the kid's already got a backhander that's harder than my slapper. Not that says a lot, but Capitals power play has come alive. But how could it not with this many opportunities? Well, I've asked that before, and it's still come up empty-handed. But it looks like, hey, they're doing some ship writing right now. Love to see Emily Kaplan there on the ice. Love her content. Love her takes. Really good hockey reporter there. Hey, Danny, man, come back again, dude. Thanks for liking the show and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you again. Smith and West, there is 4:10 left in the second. Currently face off in the Washington Capitals zone on a Carolina power play. So the Caps just took a penalty, ill-advised, shot from no angle by the Hurricanes. Vanacek stops it easily. Scramble around the net. Caps clear. Stopped right outside. Oh, no, they didn't. Stopped. Good keep in there by number 74 on the Hurricanes, who I don't know who that is, but, who really cares? Hey, forever suffering Leaf fan. Hey, maybe they'll make a deep push there. Danny Tabernac. Good to see you, man. All right, here we go. Slavin with the puck, breaking it out, looking for the slingshot pass. Coming in. Looks like Teravainen. Kane's doing anything just to keep it in. They do. They're trying to whip it around. They haven't gotten set for anything. The Capitals' PK is just smothering. We've got 2 guys on puck right now on the PK. Just zero respect for the Carolina PKers. And, oh, my God, incredible 3-man sequence by the Washington Capitals that almost resulted in something I looked like a shot possibility, but it was a give and go into the front of the net in front of Frederik Andersen, and almost went, but did not. A little too cute there, but hey, when we got a 3-goal lead, on shorthanded chance, you might as well make it look pretty. Carolina enters the zone, gets ripped off immediately. Lars Eller with the puck. He's drawn a lot of ire from Caps faithful lately. Gets a shot on net. That's a smart play. Smart play. 3 men in deep for the Washington Capitals. Power play is over. Good kill. Looks like there's Carolina just sprung Teravainen, who mishandles the puck, gets frustrated, and dumps it at the half boards. Capitals right back in. Tom Wilson with the puck in the middle of the ice, just fending players off. First line back out there for the Washington Capitals. Good stuff. Carolina back in their offensive zone, working the puck around. Tom Wilson throwing the body, clears the puck to Ovi, has it on his stick, crosses the red line. Looks like it was played with a high stick and may not go further. Play is whistled dead. Wow, what a game. Jared saying, I can see the Flames making a trade. It would be a player for future consideration that doesn't mess up the Flames cap hell. You know what? Hey, good players are going to, or good teams are going to spend to the cap hell. Welcome to it. That means your team's good. Now, mismanagement's another story, so I'm not completely familiar with it all, though. Looks like some makeup calls coming down. Ovechkin going off for a hook right off the faceoff outside the Washington Capitals zone. I'm looking for a replay. Sounds soft. Just right off the faceoff. Right off the faceoff. Lavi is not pleased. Fucking hilarious. Gotta love it. He's pissed. They're not going to show a replay of it. Canes have possession in the zone. They're working it around. Their power play is set. Shot on net. Good stop by Vanacek, leaving up a bit of a rebound, but keeping it in front of him. That's what you want to see from a goalie who's feeling it, at least. The Capitals penalty kill, it doesn't seem like they're man down right now. They are pressuring the puck. They're smothering below the hash marks. The Canes have had nothing going in the middle of the ice. Very good stuff. I'm literally blown away by how good the Washington Capitals are playing on all fronts. PK, power play, 5-on-5. It has been a fucking clinic. Hey, Josh. Thanks for tuning in, my guy. Definitely. How many viewers does Ishan Dillon have right now? They said that they said they bet me $20 American that that they would have more, and I'm sure they're probably smoking me. Even though that game's trash, who wants to watch that other than Nucks fans? I mean, even the New York Islanders fans probably don't even want to watch that. Let me know. Into the second, Carolina will continue the third period with a power play. This has been an absolute clinic put on by the Washington Capitals thus far. Now, I say that with a glass of bourbon in my hand. So Vanacek has been very good and, dare I say, perfect thus far. So we'll see what exactly goes down. Who the hell knows? It's tough. Look, hey, Andrew, the only other Caps fan who's commenting right now. I love you, dude. The way the Caps have been playing recently, hey, if it's their game to lose right now, that's for sure. But man, are they absolutely tearing ass, and I love to see it. the Washington Capitals are back, baby. As far as I'm concerned, let's not jinx it too much. The Cap. If as a Caps fan, you can't be too positive, because when you're positive, you think things are good. The team plays like shit. When you're dogging them and saying they suck, the team plays incredibly well. It sounds like maybe GM BM's comments earlier today have sparked a bit of a fire under the team's ass, saying that, hey, we are not a cup contender. We would love to get there, but it's tough to say for sure because we've been an ambulance wagon, revolving door of personnel. Stay tuned for the third period. I'll be back to answer some questions, but right now we definitely have to, pay the bills around here and get a quick word in for our gracious sponsors, DraftKings. Stick with us. All right, I'm back. Andrew, man, thanks. Tune in from the UK, right? Did I remember that correctly? I'm so hilarious tonight. That's great. Thanks. It must be the bourbon. That's American, by the way. It's not whiskey or Scotch or uh, cognac or anything like that. It's American bourbon. Listen, folks, this has been a barn burner of a game for Caps fans. We are killing it. It's been domination all over the ice. As you can see, it's 3-0. The Washington Capitals are out shooting the Carolina Hurricanes 24-19. And honestly, at one point, I mean, that's much more gracious than the stats are telling us. The Washington Capitals at one point were doubling up the Carolina Hurricanes in shots. You can see that the shooting percentage is very good for the Washington Capitals. We're blocking shots at an even pace, good goalkeeping on both sides, really. But Frederik Andersen has just been not able to stop some of those snipes by the Washington Capitals. We had a Feviari goal, we had an Ovechkin goal, and we had a Kuznetsov 5-on-3 goal. So I'm not really sure you can assess blame or assign blame to Frederik Andersen here, but at the same time, any scapegoat's good when in this situation, at least as far as I'm concerned. Penalties, though, have been ever present, so it's been a special teams foray. Though the Washington Capitals have capitalized on 2 power play goals of their 3 and 1 5-on-5, which was the Faviari goal on the fourth line with the fourth line forwards. It's been great. That's must be a little bit of a mismatch there on the depth of the Carolina Hurricanes. The Capitals do have a penalty to kill by Ovechkin on a hook, maybe a makeup call. I don't know. You assess the situation and make the decision for yourself. But the Carolina Hurricanes have been taking quite a few what I would consider lazy penalties, and has really affected their entire game tonight. As you can see, we are 2 for 5 on the power play, which isn't bad. And we're 100% on the PK. Let's not jinx it. Knock on wood. The Hurricanes, surprisingly, are out hitting the Washington Capitals, but the faceoffs won are a slight favor to the Washington Capitals. Faceoffs as well. Lots of giveaways, though. The Caps are good for that, but they're making it up in takeaways here. The Carolina Hurricanes have really just had their game stymied by taking so many penalties. I mean, it's so important to stay disciplined in this league. And, I don't, it can't be understated. You give a team so much time being man down, it's never going to be good for you. Now, if the Capitals had come out with their what they've been doing for the past 2 months on the power play, maybe it would have been fuel to the fire for the Carolina Hurricanes. In this case, though, it's been great. Washington Capitals are tearing ass. Um, Jared Bukal staying with us. Thanks, man. Even though he is a Flames fan, who is my favorite to cinch the Pacific Division? Baby, you're gonna love to hear this, but I definitely think it is the Flames. I think the Pacific Division for years has been in the worst division in hockey. Um, I think that it was, and I mean it's sad to say, but the Golden Knights were supposed to be like, I mean, they should be blowing that division out all the time. But hey, this is the beauty of hockey. Playing interdivision is so hard no matter who you're playing. You see these teams too often. There's a big rivalry. Things are at stake. There's several rivalries per division, it seems. And it's a 4-point swing every night. So you got to play your best. The Knights, though, have been injured. So who knows, really? I think that they're so right now, as we talk about the Pacific Division, the Knights are 6 points behind the division leader, the Calgary Flames, and the dark horse of them all this season is the LA Kings. I had no idea they'd be this good. In the wild card spot in the Pacific, Nashville and Dallas. Edmonton knocking on the door, Anaheim even as well. Anaheim at one point was a division leader. They've been in quite the slump. I picked up Troy Terry on my fantasy team. The kid's been on fire. As of late, not so much. You haven't heard from him. And that is the bane of rookie existence, right? That's young hockey, baby. I will say, I think that the East is probably going to clinch a cup this year, as per tradition. Keep it in the East. Just trying to kind of taking a look around the league right now. And the Metropolitan is a dogfight. And that's why I think that the Atlantic Division has really come to prevalence, is because there's just so many teams that are beating the shit out of each other in the Metro, that the Atlantic has gotten a little bit of a pass. Though the past 2 years have been COVID affected. This is our first full season in 3 years. So we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Across the league scores, the Penguins are up on the Lightning with 53 seconds left in the second. 3-1. What a fucking joke. I mean, it looks like the Penguins are outshooting the Lightning 26-13. They are truly doubling them up on shot chances. It's fucking terrible. I can't believe that the Lightning are letting this happen to themselves. What an embarrassment. The jury's out for me, and if the Penguins are good, honestly, as far as like when we're talking about like the spectrum of good and evil, the Penguins are so far into the evil section that they're just, almost completely off the scale. They're just pure evil. There's no redeeming factors, anything about that organization or any player on that team. Panthers are up 1-0 on the Senators, outshooting them greatly, 37-11. The Senators are a dumpster fire. I expect the Panthers will win that game, but this is probably a game that the Panthers want to blow them out in. Amazingly, into the second, the Flyers up 4-3 on the Wild, which RJ has given us a little bit of an update here. The Wild 3 versus the Philadelphia Flyers 4, end of the second, and they're in Philadelphia. The Wild are outshooting the Philadelphia Flyers 24-16. I still think that's a bubble ready to burst. I think that the Wild will pull off an upset here, even though it looks like Philadelphia has led the entire time. Canucks Islanders game, which is also being streamed as a watch along. Well, not streamed, but there's a watch along going on live on this channel. We got 2 games for you. If you love this channel, if you like what you're seeing, which how could you not, please subscribe to this channel. put on those notifications. We do watch-alongs on NHL games every day. There are games to be commented just like you're seeing on every single day. We've done a lot of work. We've really wanted to give as much as we can to you hockey fans, whoever you support. I think we've only got a few Washington Capitals or Carolina Hurricanes fans in this chat. So, it's great to see, and hopefully you're really liking it. And if you are, please like and subscribe to the channel, put your notifications on, and you will get this type of content or better. I guess objectively better, but subjectively maybe not, because you like me enough that you'll get a ton of really insightful hockey talk. And look, I'll be honest, I guarantee there are way bigger and better hockey fans on this channel than anywhere else in the entire world. So everybody knows hockey in our network. Everybody is super versed in how the scope of the league looks. Definitely give us a follow and a like. But Nux Isles 1-1 for all you Canadian viewers. Interesting stuff. The Islanders are in the basement of the Metropolitan. I definitely see the Canucks winning this, though the Islanders, with Barry Trotz, our Lord and Savior here in DC, may lead them to something. The Oilers Blackhawks have just started, and up on deck is the Canadiens versus the Flames in Calgary. Also on deck, Colorado versus the Yotes. I think that we all know how that's going to end. And at 9 p.m., the ESPN game is Boston Bruins at Vegas Golden Knights. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to pick Boston there. Hey, RJ, why did the Penguins and Tampa Bay Lightning only get the like cool emojis, dude? Why? This is the marquee game tonight. Come on. And the Nucks, as we covered earlier, Isles tied at 1. Flyers did go up on the power play, and that's how they did it. Interesting stuff. Just saw a replay of the Ovechkin goal. God, does he hammer that puck. I don't think people really understand how incredibly hard he shoots the puck, and the amount of talent that it takes to just to catch the pass that he's being thrown for a one-timer. Instead, he one-times it. Insane. With accuracy and power. Incredible stuff. Andrew, Isha is watching. Is he watching our stream? He should be. because he bet me 20 American that his stream would get more views. Barry Bonds, hey man, Carolyn is really getting effed tonight. Man, Ovechkin turned it up this game. He was playing like poo-poo before. With great goal scorers and guys who are not, who are really not applauded for their defensive play. And, I'm not going to be here and say like Ovechkin's a Selke winner, but I think that Ovechkin's defensive play through the years has absolutely improved. And I think that you saw that during the 2008 Stanley Cup run and before and into today. So yeah, here's the thing though. The Washington Capitals have come out on fire, moving their feet, working for pucks, doing all of the little things right. And the Carolina Hurricanes, got hit in the mouth a little bit. They thought they might come in, score a quick one in the early in the first, and kind of skate away to victory, which if they had done that, may have been the case. Instead, though, they got hit in the mouth with the gameplay, took a couple really bad penalties consecutively, resulted in a 5-on-3. Kuznetsov came in and just buried an absolute snipe. And that's all she wrote. I mean, it's been that way. Special teams, PK, power play, 5-on-5 have been excellent for the Washington Capitals tonight. And they are dominating all over the ice, causing a cascading effect, a domino effect, if you will, of the Carolina Hurricanes taking a lot of unnecessary offensive zone penalties in the defensive zone. I mean, you look at it though, and the Carolina Hurricanes have taken quite a few offensive zone, at least 2 offensive zone penalties. There was interference in front of the net, 2 of them. No, it's been 3 at least. Oshie's first penalty was, I think, by Frederik Andersen or by the defenseman in front that cleaned him out, made him fall, and that was a clear penalty. There was Derek Steppens in front of or trying to chase down a puck in their offensive zone, and I had the third, but I'm drunk, so I can't really recall. Sorry, but I'm saying it's 3, absolutely. Ish, you watching, buddy? Oh, that's good. It's good. I'm watching a good game. We haven't dropped below double-digit live viewers, so who knows what this is going to do when we, in the post game and everything. That's when we really get a lot of views too. So, if you are watching, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subjecting yourself to my commentary. I have the luxury of actually watching the game and reporting, drunkenly back to like what I'm seeing. But again, thanks so much for tuning in. And if you like it, absolutely, please subscribe to this channel. Please follow me at Hockey Trollin, at Caps Chirp. I'm the one half of the official Caps Chirp podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network. We release episodes Monday and Thursday. You can follow us at Caps Chirp. You can follow me at Hockey Trollin, and obviously at HockeyPodNet for all of our socials. Subscribe to this channel, like it, turn notifications on. We do watchalongs every day. If you don't have access to your game, I promise you, and you might even like the team that you're watching, I guarantee your team will be mentioned. And we're going to be a lot more entertaining and know more about hockey than those shitty ESPN or TNT or wherever the hell you're watching announcers and analysts. Bukal coming in from Red Deer, Alberta. Alberta beef. S&P. All right. Third period coming in. Ovechkin's in the box. It's 5-on-4 for the Carolina Hurricanes. Here we go. Puck drop. Caps win the faceoffs. Dump it in. Willie's out there. Hounding pucks, Dowder as well. And I mean, look, dude, this Carolina team looks like they got a lot of quit in them. They got a lot of quit in them right now. I'm going to be honest. 20 seconds left in the power play. And the Capitals have been playing brilliantly positionally, and they have really just put some nitrous into their game. Hey, Nortup. Hey, I don't have anybody else to talk to, man. You guys are the only ones, so come at me. I would love to have had my co-host Polly Cupcakes on. We've got a couch. I've got a projector that would generally like hit this screen, and like I would be, since we're not allowed because YouTube to broadcast this, obviously, because that would be robbing a multi-cabillion jillion dollar company of profits. We'd be doing something. So I would love to get him on and you'd be introduced to that guy, but you stuck with me. Enjoyed fielding all your questions. They were really well thought out, and I mean, really good hockey questions for sure. Ovechkin's out of the box. 19 minutes left in the third. Kane's coming back. Shot from the top of the circles in the middle. Easily handled by Vanacek for a freezing of the puck. Emily Kaplan in between the benches. Gotta love it. I wish I could hear what she's saying. I think that she's one of the better hockey reporters that there are. All of her stuff is completely, I mean, it seems incredibly unbiased and just like super informative. And that's, come on. That's all we want. That's all we want. That's all we want as hockey fans. If you want to hear dumb shit, you can tune in to the official Caps Chirp podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network. and listen to me, Hockey Troll, and my co-host, Polly Cupcakes, bullshit about the Washington Capitals. Kane's doing a good job controlling the zone. I've got a couple weak attempts at the net, and man, I mean, just we have not. The Washington Capitals have been doing a very good job of man coverage down low, and it's there is not a player in white that does not have a player in red within a stick length away from him. We're skating, we're moving our feet, and to be completely honest, it's frustrating. It's clearly frustrating. You can tell by the power plays that the Washington Capitals have enjoyed. And now I don't know if it's reminiscent of guys trying to keep their job and stay with the team. But I think that Anthony Mantha, who it's his first game back tonight, has really just injected some livelihood into this lineup, or what. He's had a couple good looks at the net, but he's not been a super dominant factor in this game, though I wouldn't say he's had a bad game, and he's not been invisible. How can a guy that big be anyways? It's funny. I'm not even really versed as to like what line is playing on what. It seems like everybody is in a blender right now. Let me see if I can get some lineups here. So the first line stayed the same. We've got our top pair together. Second line, yeah, Mantha's on the left and TJ Oshie on the right. I mean, you look at this though, and I mean, wow, look at that. I mean, Backstrom, Mantha, Oshie. And the Carolina Hurricanes do not have any slouches on their lines either. And I mean, if you go back, Teravainen, Aho, and Svechnikov, Slavin, and Bear. I mean, that's a killer lineup as well. Not a good night though for the Carolina Hurricanes. Third line, Sheary, Dowd, Hathaway. So Hathaway actually got the bump. So they just bumped the fourth line, and then okay, interesting. McMichael, Eller, and Sprong. This is uncharacteristic of the Washington Capitals here. This is usually the third line. Very interesting tactics employed by Laviolette, and they're probably looking to limit the ice time of these three forwards, which I would too. Sprong's a liability, McMichael's green, and Eller's on the decline, unfortunately. But I still love him. I think that he is the linchpin of the Stanley Cup, far and away. Let's get back to stats and take a quick look. The Carolina Hurricanes are absolutely pouring it on a little bit more. Shot totals are 23-24 in favor of Washington, but it might as well be, none of those have been high danger for Carolina. Knock on wood. This third period. John, man, thanks for joining. Curse of February is over. I hope so. It's been a bad 2 months. I mean, curse of 2022, you could call it, for the Washington Capitals, and I think that Washington Capitals faithful need to understand this is hockey. This is a team that lives and dies on their offensive production. They've been a good defensive team in the past, don't get me wrong, but they have never been like a Boston Bruins that buys in completely to a team defensive structure year in and year out, no matter personnel. They've never been a New Jersey Devils or anything like that. So we're a large, imposing, checking team on the back end, but we are also a very skilled team that can run and gun. A little bit of back and forth that's been happening. The Caps have gotten a couple more shots on net. And again, they're continuing to control play, even with the fourth line out there, which is currently out there and going for a change. Puck is being positioned for and fought for over in the Capitals' own zone. They eventually break it out. Anthony Mantha hustling after it. Doesn't get it deep. On the back check. Puck gets out of play. And you know what? Hey, look, the Washington Capitals have not only been great on their feet, they've been doing a really good job about cutting down passing lanes. So, call it good video, call it good coaching. I don't know. I haven't logged into Twitter yet, but I would love to see what the Washington Capitals faithful are saying on Twitter. All right. Last drinky poo of the night, I think. Unless the Caps blow a 3-goal lead, which is, not out of the question. Pour a little nightcap here for me. Whoa. Nice feed in the middle to John Carlson. It seems like activating the D is really the way around the Carolina Hurricanes system here. Letting that D get a little loose and come into the zone, and when I say into the zone, like past the top of the circles, I play defense and I only come past the top of the circles unless I know the idiot forward that's going to pass to me sees me. Anybody else play hockey out there? All right. Carolina settles, trying to break out of their own zone. Does. We've got a guy back. I mean, no angle shot. 2 really good stuff attempts on Vanacek by the Carolina Hurricanes. Vanacek closes them both off, and the Caps come the other way. Stymied at center, but get it somewhat deep, and we've got Tom Wilson hounding the puck. Again, the Carolina Hurricanes trying to clear out through the middle once they pass that blue line or right before it, and the Caps have gotten sticks in lanes. Pretty good technical hockey. Oh, Caps get in. Caps, a little bit of a kind of an offensive turnover there. Caps are in deep. A little bit of a sequence. Nothing coming. Both teams go for a change off their first lines. I'm not going to lie. I would like one more drinky poo of vodka in solidarity for Alexander Ovechkin. John with another good comment. We needed VV back, Vitek Vanacek back, because they play better for him. Big hit, somewhat of a big hit on Garnet Hathaway at the offensive blue line. Fourth line doing their job, keeping the puck deep. Well, fourth line, which is now the third line. As far as Vitek Vanacek, I believe in us and my partner at the Poly Cupcakes at the official Caps Chirp podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network. Definitely believe that Vitek is the better goalie. I think that Vitek Vanacek is far and away the more sound technical goalie. And I mean, if anybody wants to argue with me on that, they're just a fucking idiot. I really don't see how you could have any sort of argument against that. And to be completely honest, I mean, Jonathan Quick himself put a Players Tribune article out about, or it might have been Jonathan. It might have been. Anyways, maybe not. Maybe it was their backup at the time. Talked about how these goalies who are flopping around and making these 10-bell or quote-unquote 10-bell saves are only doing this because they've put themselves out of position and they have not managed their rebounds or have managed the game properly, right? I mean, goaltending is all about game management, right? Risk management, really. Who's the highest at risk? Who's the guy I need to read the play correctly as far as they come across the red and blue line? Who's going to get the puck? Who's out here? In the worst part is they don't even get to see numbers, right? So they just got to know these players by stride and face, which is generally covered by a visor. So, when I will say, Samsonov is a athletic freak, but he puts himself in these situations way too frequently. I have described Samsonov in the past as having happy feet, and it's happy feet on like shots that are quite benign. There is no reason for him to be like doing a tap dance in the crease when you're fielding a shot from, the right goal line. So if, and there's been a lot of talk about like what goaltender would the Washington Capitals move. I would much rather see Samsonov be moved than anyone else. For anybody who's interested, the Flames players out of the lineup versus the Habs are Dylan Dubé, Michael Stone, and Adam Ruzicka. I'm gonna be honest, Jared. I recognize none of those players. I'm sorry. And they're playing the Habs tonight, correct? Washington Capitals are back in it. Quick commercial break. So my buddy, shout out AJ, is out, and I'm going to say just gave you a shout out on the live stream. And I'm going to just give him the old link. But he's actually at the Tampa Bay game right now, so I'm sure he's loving it. I'm guessing he asked my shirt size so that he could send me like some Penguins merch, and I will be wiping my ass with that and burning it. Good friends I got. Yeah, so the Habs, you know what? Hey, they're not a team to sleep on by any means, but I think the Flames should definitely beat them. But I get it. You know, it's a cross division rivalry. You know, who wants to be king of the North? You guys watch Game of Thrones? No, any of that? Capitals have really just stymied the Carolina Hurricanes in the past sequences. Yeah, the Hurricanes are getting shots, but they're being managed expertly by Vitek Vanacek. And this is why I like Vitek over Samsonov. This is why, because he can manage the game a bit. Samsonov, you never know. Samsonov is a guy that could like just let 3 goals in right now. No, I'm going to knock on wood again, you know, here. Because I don't want that to happen. And here's the thing. Here I have a very in-depth theory. A very in-depth theory. Hey, Jared. Yeah, man. Go watch your game, dude. Good stuff. Good luck. A very in-depth theory about playing net in DC. You have to steal it. There is no other way to start in DC other than stealing the net. You know, there's so many teams that have their golden boy and they just continually give him shots and options. Ooh, deflected shot. Vitek makes the initial save and then tracks down the rebound. Really good work there. If you date all the way back to Kolzig and beyond, even before Kolzig, every DC goaltender, especially in their heyday in the Ovechkin era, has had to steal the net. So you had Varlamov, who stole it from Theodore, who, you know, it's like, have you ever seen that Futurama episode where they're like drinking the Kings? Yeah. It's Varlamov was in that, who stole it from Theodore, who got it stolen from Newverth, who got it stolen by Holtby, who got it stolen by, or who then we had Samsonov, who is now having the net, I think, being stolen from him by Vitek Vanacek. Because Samsonov was supposed to be our guy. This is like the future. Not the case. Caps are completely in control in their own zone. Very calm. Breaking out expertly. I mean, and here's the thing. The past month, blame the power play. Blame the PK. Blame the goaltending. Blame the offensive production. The number one problem that I've seen with the Washington Capitals in the past, in 2022, has been their lack of ability to break the puck out. And here they're doing it at a whim, many options, and they're using them all. Hurricanes have fired back. They're back in the zone, mishandling the puck a little bit on the half boards, getting it deep, and it's a turnover. Caps go the other way, work in the middle on their breakout, in stride, Backstrom to Mantha, over to Oshie. Oh my God, what a beauty. A beauty play that would have been, but handcuffed Oshie a little bit, getting a little too cute. I would have loved to see Mantha just rip one there. He's got that shot. Faviari, handling 3 Canes players. They fail to break out, cause a turnover. Caps still have it in the offensive zone. Canes finally break out with control, but are too gassed and have to dump it in. 5 jerseys back, turning the puck around. And here it is again. Expert breakout, just simple pass. Garnet Hathaway taking a shot, deflected, good block. Off Nick Dowd and out of the rink. This is a high intensity game. It's not at all what I expect from the Washington Capitals, and I'm absolutely ecstatic to see that. I may or may not be wrong in my pre-week prediction, which you can find at the official Caps Chirp podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network at Caps Chirp. My handle is at Hockeytrone with an I-N. And of course, if you like these watchalongs and you like what you're hearing, please subscribe, turn notifications on, like this video, like all the others. Come back. I mean, we do this every day of the week. And not only that, earlier I was fielding questions about the Pacific Division, about all the other divisions of hockey, what I thought about in general. All of us here are hockey fans. We're not, pro journalists or any of that shit. We're just fans who have a passion for hockey. So we want to connect with you. We want to talk with you. I try to address as many comments as possible on the feed and have a conversation. So if you like this stuff, and I don't know, I can't speak for our other hosts, but if you like it, please subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications. As of the game right now, it really looks like the Washington Capitals are still pushing, kind of taking on the best defensive is a great offense, but at the same time, the Carolina Hurricanes are making it really easy for the Washington Capitals to break out. I see a lot of quitting their game. Shout out AJ. He's texting me. He's like, he's in the game and in Tampa because he lives in Florida, watching the Penguins win. And I'm telling him, hopefully you blow it. I think we can all agree that we hate the Pittsburgh Penguins. Isaac, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Woof. Seeing a replay right now, TJ Oshie taking a hip check and gingerly making it back to the bench. That's not great after the commercial break. That guy is such a spark plug for a high talent spark plug, high octane, if you will, for the Washington Capitals. Fourth line now out: Connor McMichael, Daniel Sprong, and Lars Eller. So as I'd said earlier in the broadcast, what we're doing is the Washington Capitals have flipped the third and fourth line. Hey, dude. Kanakunian. Sorry if I'm butchering that, bro. There is a stream right now going on for your bore of a game, I'm sure, against the Islanders, if you like the Canucks. Isaac, it's the Washington Capitals. I am the host of the official Caps Chirp podcast, so if you like the Washington Capitals and you want to hear more about them and more of my bullshit, please feel free to check us out on the Hockey Podcast Network. It's me, the Hockey Troll, and I do it with my buddy, Polly Cupcakes. He's the man. Yeah, John, dude. Osh is okay. I think he's okay. A little bit of a stinger. But what a glass cannon he's been of late, and I would love to keep him in the cannon versus the glass, or shattered glass, if you will. Mike Hoffman, thanks for chiming in, dude. Yes, absolutely. The Caps. This may be the most complete and best game as the Carolina Hurricanes had the puck behind the goal line, fed the front for a wide open guy. This is one of the few defensive lapses we've seen in this game, and it looked like it may have rang off the iron. Vanacek has absolutely earned that luck. Caps return with TJ Oshie taking it down, feeding Backstrom for a good shot one time, and basically just keeping the puck in deep. That's what we want right now. 6 minutes and 23 seconds left in the third. Caps have played very well. Put on an absolute clinic. Special teams, PK, PK power play, and 5-on-5. Oh, you just came in to infect our stream with happiness. I'm happy, baby. Let's go. Let's go. I love these advanced stats. The puck possession times 28 minutes versus 24 minutes, and that's the robot puck that they've put in this last season, and really have been experimenting with it for a couple of years now. So the Washington Capitals have had 4 minutes of the puck more, which, if you watch the game, it seems like it's a little. You would think that maybe that's a little skewed. 2-2. That ain't boring. Yeah, but I mean, it's the Nucks versus the Isles, which are, come on, they have 0 star power. Let's get real. Oh, hey, Jacob. What's up, buddy? What happened to Eichel? Or is this a different handle? Please tell me you're a different person. Happy to see you, dude. Come back. Way to come back. Thanks for the support. All right. Carolina, trying to press here, have actually gotten to a point where they're out shooting. So they're the Washington Capitals, 34-30. A lot of their shots, though, are coming from the outside. They're not being, all game. The Carolina Hurricanes have not been able to penetrate the middle. They did once, just recent memory, and they were able to either ring one off the post or off of Vanacek's right shoulder. I couldn't tell. So the chances are there. And this is the time for the Washington Capitals to use their veteran prowess, which they definitely have over the Carolina Hurricanes, to shut this game down. Okay. You're not Jacob. I'm the different account. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Glad to see you. I just see all of the Vegas Golden Knights accounts, and I'm like, you're all the same people. I guess that's quite ignorant of me. Got some football talk in chat. The Cowboys will win the Super Bowl. Okay, dude. I don't know. Maybe. We're talking about real sports here, my guy. Commercial break. Looks like about 5 minutes left in the game. It has been, I keep saying it, a clinic put on by the Washington Capitals. It's been a very, very good results. They're getting a lot of puck luck. They're doing everything right. They're getting the calls their way. I mean, it's been a one could say, if the Washington Capitals go on to win the Stanley Cup this season, one could say that this was the game that set them off. Yes, thank you. The Capitals are pretty good, at least right now. And we had an Ovechkin goal, so that's a hard win. If the Capitals win without an Ovechkin goal, is it really a win at this point? I don't know. Sorry, JT, you're getting flamed in chat because you're a Cowboys fan. Caps are doing a really good job of clearing the puck as they just did here. 4 minutes and 14 seconds left. Carolina coming back in. Big save, decent save from Vanacek from the outside. It's a tricky one for sure. Capitals doing a good job of slowing the play down too. And I don't think it's because their lack of ability. They're intentionally slowing a lot of things down. Bouncing puck in on Vanacek, doesn't hit him. Caps right back out. The breakout is returned. I mean, I don't know where it went, but it is on point tonight. It's ping pong out there right now, folks. Back and forth. Kane's trying to come in, doing a dump. Caps doing a good job of getting in front of shots and negating any dump in. Caps again with the puck in their own zone, breakout off the boards, and just hounding. Lots of support. Big hit on the Carolina blue line to Tom Wilson's jaw. A high hit. Immediately called by the refs. And that's Skagey again. Or Skage going in again. Oh, yeah. That's an elbow to the head. Elbow to the jaw. Oof. With the follow through. Wilson sold it a bit, but it definitely made contact. Has the mouth guard in, being attended to on the bench. Looks okay. Washington power play. Up 3-0. 3 minutes left in the third. Jason Toast, nice, asks, will the Avalanche win the Cup? I think that you would be not stupid to put them on a Cup win this season. Can they get out their own ass to do it? Who knows? JT Ramirez says they won't, so I don't know. Put money on that if you want. I think that they're looking really good, and they have for the past several years, 3 years. I mean, COVID years +2. So yeah, Capitals get it into the zone. Kuznetsov took a sniff of the net. Looked like he might get it, but mishandled at the very last second, being a little too cute. But hey, that's what we pay him for. JT, if you're asking me what's my least favorite team, obviously the Pittsburgh Penguins, and it's not even close. I do not respect them. They are absolute pure evil. I mean, there's really zero redeeming factors about that team. Their fans are all mouth breathers. Their players are all fucking douchebags. I mean, there's nothing. I don't know. I mean, now of course, all of their previous players are douchebags until they come to the Washington Capitals, which seems to be a trend. But So Jason tossed? Jason tossed? I don't know. I mean, I get what you're doing there. But I'm not really. Should I pronounce it like toast? Jason Toast. Anyways, he's saying we're getting second rounded. I don't know. Think about it. Avs, Hurricanes, Avs, Caps, Cup. I mean, that's what the people want. Washington power play, peppering Anderson with shots. Got a couple on. We're just killing clock at this point. Full strength with 59 seconds left, and a shot from Orlov at the end of the power play results in what looks like maybe a tip-in goal, short side on Frederik Andersen. Anderson's leaky. Against the Caps. Maybe we do want to see them first round, which is how it's slated right now. Here's a replay. Ooh, it's an own goal. It's an own goal. Dmitry Orlov hits a defenseman in front, goes short side. Anderson tracked it most of the way. But man, Orlov can fucking beam it. Nathan Carter. I can't believe they're winning. They had a loss streak of like 5. I think it's 4. Okay, come on. Give it. No, I think it's 3. I think it's 3. Give me a fucking break here. If you're talking about the Washington Capitals, I'm not sure you are. Capitals up 4-0. 2 even strength goals. It's technically an even strength there from Dmitry Orlov in the most recent Barry. Vitek Vanacek has been brilliant in net. The Washington Capitals have been moving their feet the entire time. I do not know what they put in their fucking Cheerios this morning, but goddamn has it worked out. Their breakout. I mean, and this is what teams live and die on: is can you break the puck out? Can you clear the puck? I feel like every time your team does not clear the puck, the chances of you getting scored on are exponentially higher each time. The Caps defense has been smothering. I mean, you're seeing 4 jerseys in front around the white jerseys here. We've got Vinny Trocheck trying to start shit. Hathaway's got him collared. I mean, it's 4 seconds left in the third. Isaac, yes. Go Capitals. Let's go. Oh, you're talking about the Penguins, Nathan. Yes. Fuck them. Fuck them to death. I didn't know they were on such a bad losing streak. I hope that this is just a fluke. I don't know if they're winning still, but I would love to see them blow it. Mike, Holtby got what happened to Holtby? Is Samsonov good? Holtby went into free agency and got picked up and got underpaid. Honestly, I wish we would have kept him. Capitals win. That's it. One last, and that's a shutout for Vitek Vanacek. Holtby left, and Samsonov has been iffy at best. I don't think he's an elite goalie yet. I think he just needs time to develop. Could he be? Absolutely. I mean, he's got the body type. He's got it all. He's incredibly athletic, but he puts himself into positions where he has to make that insanely athletic play, and I don't like that. I think that Vitek Vanacek is our starter here in DC, and we talked about earlier in the stream that if you want to start in net in DC, you have to steal the net, and I think Vitek's done that very well. Okay, let me just address a couple of these comments here. Go Knights, we won't win the cup. Probably not. Jonathan, shout out. And Jared, thanks for coming back. 0-0 Flames Habs in the first. That game just started. If you want to go check it out, go for it. I'm not sure how the Canucks and Isles game is going, but it sounds like a bit of a barn burner when I had thought that it should have just been a Canucks blowout of one of the bottom dwellers in the Metropolitan Division. On behalf of the Hockey Podcast Network, I would just like to say thank you for tuning in. The Washington Capitals finished this game up 4-0 on Carolina, which is a far reach from what I thought would happen. Ovechkin scored a playoff goal. We got goals from the power play twice, one on a 5-on-3, one on a 5-on-4, and then we scored a few times on 5-on-5. So power play was good. And you know what? Let me double check that to make sure, because that last one may have been a power play goal. No, it wasn't. My bad. It was just after our power play ended. The Carolina Hurricanes shot themselves in the foot right off the bat. They came out with some fire. The Washington Capitals didn't buckle. The Carolina Hurricanes started taking penalties, played a very undisciplined game. And let me refresh our score tracker here to give you guys all a final shot at the stats. Shots on goal ended up being in favor of the Carolina Hurricanes, who piled it on in the last 10 minutes, but could not get anything through. At times, the Washington Capitals were doubling up the Carolina Hurricanes in shots. Obviously, you see our shooting percentage is good. Caps blocked some shots. The Carolina Hurricanes could not get in the middle. the saves are as shown. Perfect for Vitek Vanacek. Another shutout for this guy who I love. Penalties, as you can see, very lopsided. The Carolina Hurricanes doubling the Washington Capitals up in both PIMs and penalties themselves. 2 power play goals of 6, which is not amazing. I mean, it's 33%, as you can see, but one was a 5-on-3 and one was a 5-on-4. 0 shorthanded goals. 100% on the PK. Special teams were good for the Washington Capitals. Washington Capitals were literally good all over the ice, and they actually were out hit by the Carolina Hurricanes here. So interesting stuff. Usually the Caps are the more physically dominating team. The problem was that I think that the Carolina Hurricanes thought that maybe that was the team they were going to see today, and they didn't. They saw a team that was ready to play and skate hard. Faceoffs one's slight Caps favor here. Giveaways. Capitals were not good in that category, and they were even on takeaways. So let's see. Let's address a couple more comments. The Capitals are better than I thought they would be. Yeah, me too, but I told you that it was going to be a loss tonight, and at the beginning of the stream, and it was not. I had thought that the Capitals were going to go winless through this week, hit a 5-game losing streak, and would not come and would turn it around after that. If the Washington Capitals go deep in the playoffs and they play well from here, obviously you could say that this was a turnaround game. And I honestly, in my bright blue plums, I feel like this is a turnaround game. I mean, this is a game in which they were counted out. They were the underdogs, and they came out and absolutely smacked Carolina in the face with their dicks. Finally, for the Caps, the win. Yes, absolutely, Andrew. Thanks for coming back. The game was amazing. It was a clinic, literally. I mean, the Caps didn't stop skating and trying from puck drop to puck end to the end of the game. Vitek Vanacek was brilliant. Everything that you would hope for as a hockey fan, you saw it. And, of course, Ovechkin scored a power play goal. All right, well, look, that's a shutout. It's a Caps win, a serious Caps win. Will the Washington Capitals turn around from here? I would love to see it. Who knows? But in any case, thank you all for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to this channel. And we do watchalongs at the Hockey Podcast Network every night. So, again, early in the episode, we were talking about other divisions, other teams, everything like that. You're absolutely, we love fan interaction. We love it all. It's been a great stream. And, I guess this is maybe, I was just going to say this, Andrew, maybe it's just me that brought some luck. And, maybe when the Caps are in the slump, I might need to just continue to do this. So, thanks for tuning in. Caps fans, hockey fans, THPN fans, the Hockey Podcast Network. Thanks you, and please subscribe. And, hey, I'll catch you on the flip side. We'll see you again. If you're interested in listening to my podcast, it's the official Caps Chirp podcast on the Hockey Podcast Network. You can follow me on Twitter and all socials at HockeyTrollin', and that's with an IN, and at Caps Chirp, which is our vastly more popular social media handle. So thanks a lot for tuning in. Like all our stuff, and we will see you again. Until next time, Hockey Troll, signing off.